Hey everyone, it's me, Gamey Gus, and in the previous episodes, I've only ever talked about NES games. Now, it's called Gamey Gus, not NES Gus, because that'd be a stupid name. So I'm going to talk about a different video game from a different console many years later. In fact, we're going to go from the 80s to 2004, and that's we're going to talk about a video game on the PlayStation 2. It was later released on the Xbox and the PC, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, this was a super amazingly popular video game that came out, and it was part of the long Grand Theft Auto line. And, I think a lot of people already know about the game. You're this, gang member, and you go out and you steal cars, like the title, and you also shoot people, and then there are other stuff you could do, and yada yada, all that stuff. But the thing I wanted to talk about was the controversy behind this. There was actually a really big scandal that went on from this, and it was something that was like, a lot of politicians weighed in on it, and there was like all of this, this idea that did it go too far, something like that, and it was a controversial thing where there was a circumcision that was in there, and that's really, back then, that's when the discussion really came into play of like whether people should circumcise their babies. So basically what would happen is you would go into like a synagogue or something like that, you go there and you'd see an actual bris take place in the game. Now, it didn't have anything to do with like the story or anything. Like the main character CJ, you just would find it, and you would see the little like light in front of the door, and that means you can go inside. So you just go up to it, you go up on the door, and then it'd be like oi, the cutting, and then that would take place. And the thing about that is, like, a lot of people, think that, like, circumcising babies is, like, it's controversial. It's very like, oh, you don't need to do it, you're mutilating the baby, or something like that. So a lot of people got upset, and it really wasn't as controversial as it was when they actually found out that they actually motion captured a baby. And they put the little black leotard thing, they put the little ping pong balls on it, and they had they motion captured the penis on there, something like that. It was high tech. It was the thing, though. I mean, like, it was a really big technical achievement for them to be able to do that. And then they actually had they mocapped the rabbi, which I don't really think they needed to do that, but like they really go crazy when they had that kind of technology. Rockstar at the time had a ton of money that they just used up on anything. They were just like, shit, we've got all this money. Grand Theft Auto is like $1 billion franchise. Let's just go crazy. So they mocapped all of that, and then, they went through the circumcision, and, message boards everywhere, and, like, politicians were like, that went too far for Grand Theft Auto, this new one right here. So, yeah, it was called the hot coffee scandal. I don't know why it was called the hot coffee scandal. But whatever, they kind of name scandals and stuff like that, and so somebody was just like drinking hot coffee, be like, oh, it's the hot coffee scandal. Fuck it, I don't care. So Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, very controversial game. Also, it's a classic though. So like, don't let the whole like motion captured baby penis thing, keep you from trying out this classic. If you haven't tried it, because I know there's probably a lot of younger viewers out there who that were not even born when this game came out. You can go back and try it. I think it's on like the PlayStation Network now or something. There's no circumcision. They had to take that out. They took that out, and which caused an even bigger controversy of like censorship and all of that, and be all like, no, that's you shouldn't have to cut out the baby penis. Literally. I'm Gamey Gus, and thank you for clicking on the video. And if you like what you saw, hit that like button and that subscribe button and all of that stuff. And check out the Glass Half Broken podcast, because it's a podcast.